So one of the things that's always important with any content that you create is to create something which is relevant to your audience and people that you talk to. And often if you can, try and pick a topic which actually people relate to, if that makes sense. So that yes, you can pick up, I could do topics on sales strategy all day, every day, but that's fine. And if you want that, you can pick up the book and go through it all, and all the content's going to be free online. So that's fine. What I love to do is talk about stuff that you can't really cover and that kind of thing. And again, picking on real stuff that hopefully people will relate to, and let me know in the comments if this does. But for instance, so I started the business, I started to work for myself this time, October 2019, so it was pre-pandemic. And I had a dream to, do the management consultancy. I love working with different people. I like using my brain and feeling part of different people's teams. So I did that, and obviously I still do that. That's what pays for everything. And then I started to write the book, and I properly launched the book and the roadmap in terms of its first form about a year and a bit ago, which is quite good if you look back to say that we're in 32 different countries now. But it's when you kind of go through that journey. But the whole point of when you kind of launch a business is that you tend to, and you definitely should, have some savings. And then actually it's going to take you a while to win your first few customers and actually kind of get to the point where you're making money each month, and then it starts to grow, and then you build the business kind of from there. But it is hard, it's very tough. And actually at the moment, although my revenue is really good, I purposely by choice reinvest the money back in to advertising and branding, websites, apps, and to keep evolving the machine, because that's part of the dream that I want to do. But actually, sorry. But actually, one of the really things that kind of gets that is that you can have a mission, have a passion, and you're working hard towards it. And for a lot of people, they probably don't earn as much money as they kind of want to or hope to. So at some point, somebody comes knocking, and I had someone approach me 2 days ago to say, "Hi Steve, there's this job that's come up. It's really impressive job title. You can manage a budget of £100 million. You could do this, this, and this. It's in this sector. Are you interested?" And the thing is, when you run your own business, you instantly think, ooh, because you have to weigh up your passions, aims, goals, mission, what you want to do, which is risky because again, this could all fall apart. And anyone that works for themselves knows that actually it could all end tomorrow. Versus the relative security that you get from a job. It's easier, it'd be less hours, it's less stressful, etc. And you constantly have this battle. And I think that the truth is, and something I wanted to talk about, is that online, you will always see people that almost say, you can't have a plan B, you need to burn the boats. If you launch a business, you can't have a get out clause, da 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 da. But I think that misses the point that it has to be what's right for you. The big thing that I always think of, which kind of comes in from Cubs and Scouts, is that I just try and do my best. So if I get through today and I've done my best, and I've done my best up until now, I don't mind if it fails. And actually then with a clear conscience, like I could get a job like this one, which is brilliant, and actually be happy with my decision. But likewise, so when people say, oh, you should never quit, you should never do, you have to do what's right for you. And then likewise, if you have a family, you have debts, you have commitments, whatever, there is absolutely no shame at all to do both. You could have a sideline, a side hustle, whichever. But often people only ever talk about how you should never ever do that. And actually someone that was approached this week, I absolutely think you can, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just a personal choice. Good morning, Simon. Yes, I'm just talking about catching up on your kind of comment as well. But the reason you're trying to create content is that there might be someone that watches this that feels guilty that actually they could be vice versa. So they're actually in a job, but they have a burning ambition to start a sideline, a business, whatever. In which case I would say definitely, if you can, start it as a side hustle, because it removes the risk of if it doesn't work. But likewise, if you do launch to do your own thing, or maybe it's not what you thought it was, or it's harder than you think it was, or you had a shock, don't put the pressure on yourself to feel guilty. That get out of jail free card is always there. And the most important thing is just being happy. So almost regardless of what does or doesn't happen, do whatever you want is the important thing. But it was just something that I wanted to talk about, just the temptation to get a job. It's there, it's real. There's nothing wrong with it. And then likewise again, so in this instance, although I said to the recruiter, look, it's not one for me, I'm really following my passions and I want to see where this is going to go, I still respect the fact that in, I don't know, 5 years time, 2 years time, I might need someone's help, a recruiter's help, to find a job because maybe this doesn't work. So actually I still try and give value back and recommend people that could kind of do the job, etc. But the point is, it's okay to do that. And often people, pretend that actually once you've jumped off the ship into entrepreneurship, you can never go back. And that's just not true. And yeah, so it was just something I wanted to talk about. But like Simon, if you have any comments, anything, please feel free to write them in. I will happily respond and do anything I can. And then likewise, the reason why I'm doing lots of short, snappy kind of segments is that these all get clipped up and go onto YouTube as well. So please like and subscribe if you see this, if it's your kind of thing. And the idea is just to plant little seeds, little ideas, things to kind of, think about, that actually, hopefully I talk about stuff which might be of interest. If it's not, you probably won't watch anyway, but I do genuinely love when people kind of get involved.